All right, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday, you guys. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're doing great. So, let's talk about what's going on. This week, I am doing each zodiac reading is going to feature the end of 2023 astrology. So, I do a tarot reading and then I talk a little bit about your astrology, how the things are affecting your particular sign, and those are all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I'm going to put a little playlist here. We're still posting them. I'm still doing the readings, but that playlist will get populated. So if you want to jump onto that. Second thing is we are going to be doing the tarot certification in the beginning of middle of January, starting that up again. So if you want to jump on, taking the tarot class is a prerequisite. So there's the link. Wait, there's the link. There we go. So if you want to jump onto that and learn to read tarot from me, please do. All right, let's see where we go. Death, we're at the tail end of Scorpio season here. Oh boy, full moon. We're going to talk about the full moon in Gemini coming up at the end of this month. So this is Scorpio, the new moon we just had, and then the full moon. So there's something. Okay, hold on one second. Oh boy. Okay, jealousy. So there's something manifesting here. What happened? What happened in June of this year, or in Gemini time? Okay, May into June, end of May into June. What happened? What started then? There's a closing of a cycle. There's an ending of a cycle. The full moon is about full moon in Gemini is about conversations. So you could have some kind of big conversation that kind of either puts an end to a cycle. Maybe it was something you wanted. Maybe it was something you didn't want. It's kind of like, go back and look. This is why I'm a big proponent of journaling. So I'm just wondering about this jealousy. What I'm really getting here is the moon energy of the new moon in Scorpio is still with us. The full moon energy is a 29, goes to 11. We just went through the 11-11 portal. So there is something there about a reclaiming. Some of you, I haven't done the twin flame reading yet this week. And sometimes when I'm just like, nope, that's not what I'm going to be doing today. I usually do it on Mondays. There's a reason for it. So I'll do it later this week. But it does feel to me like there's some kind of twin flame conversation that's happening, or the masculine energy is going to be taking some kind of action. I think this is a 23 card, which goes to 5, and there is some kind of action that promotes jealousy. So let's see where we go. This reading may or may not have anything to do with those cards, but I do feel like there's some call to work with the energies. If you're feeling whatever energies whatever you're feeling right now, there definitely is a sense of a lack of communication right now. The full moon in Gemini could start that up again. Okay, could bring things around, so there's an explanation of silence, endings, something like that. All right, so let's see what wants to come out, please. All right, what wants to come out? Okay, I do see this 4 of Wands and Judgment card, Hermit, 10 of Pentacles, Justice, Page of Wands, yes, Ace of Swords, okay, and the healing. Wow, fool. I can't stop myself. Okay. So there has been a crossroads. That's what's been going on here. So even if you're not paying attention to twin flame energy, I have a feeling, because this is 11-11, something did happen in that 11-11 portal that kind of either brought someone more inside, meaning they're working on themselves, they're doing healing work, they're focused on long-term, big picture things. Okay, they're focused on that. There's a Justice card, so there's some kind of balancing and some kind of new beginning that's going to be happening. This is, if I'm talking to you, then you talking to me. There is a person who is aligned with their truth, and that is courageous. All right, this person is doing something courageous. You could be doing something courageous. This is healing on the new path. Okay, so the jealousy card, let's clarify that. No. before I got to lay out the reading first and then I'll clarify it. Sorry. Knight of Swords, Hierophant, Nine of Swords, the Emperor, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Sun, Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. There's that Death card, and the Three of Wands. So some of you are leaving behind an old commitment. Could be a commitment to a career path, a commitment to a place where you live, a commitment to something. Some of you could be leaving behind a Taurus. I think that Taurus is very anxious, very nervous, very upset. And so that could be the reason for the silence. Okay, if you're leaving behind an earth sign or a Taurus or a Virgo, the Virgo could be the one who's looking at the big picture. But it does feel to me like anybody who's hanging on to something traditional that is over or is ended or whatever, like that's going to end. And there's a sense of anxiety around leaving behind a tradition, leaving behind something that I'm not going to say it's been working, because I don't think it's been working, but I think it's been working enough. It's like good enough to not completely move away from it until someone wakes up and says, what the hell am I doing? Okay, why am I still here? Like, this isn't working for me at all. I remember when I was back in 2007, at the end of a relationship, it was very hollowed out. There was not much there anymore. And I remember going to bed and looking at the clock, and it was like 9:13. And it was like, I just remember thinking I could do this for the rest of my life. And the other half of my brain said, are you out of your ever loving mind? And it was that time, that was my intuition saying, no, you're jamming yourself into this thinking, oh, it's fine. It's no big deal. So I also feel like if there's a person, if you are leaving behind a situation, you might be going towards something that you really want. So if you're leaving a job and you're starting up your own business, I think other people are super jealous of that. Okay. I also think that if there's a movement and there's a healing of an old wound or anything like that, and you're setting yourself free from old wounds, there's also people who are super jealous of that. There's boy, that is an old movie. I'm getting that Officer and a Gentleman. Wow, that's a super old movie. Deborah Winger did not she stood up for herself in that movie, and her friend did not. Her friend chose to do something that was like, Deborah Winger was not. She's like, I'm not doing that. And Richard Gere comes back like a knight on a white shining horse, very much like this, and whisks her off, and her friend is like sobbing and is like, good for you, like, good for you. Deborah Winger stood up for her principles, or stood for something, stood for what she wanted to stand for, even though she risked not freeing herself from a life that she found to be very oppressive. And she was like, no, I'm standing up for what I believe in. And ultimately, the knight on the white horse. Now, I don't want to like say that this has something to do only with love or romance or whatever, but I think when you stand up for the right thing and you don't do something that you will regret later, some of you are healing third party energy. Some of you are recognizing that that was not the right thing. So there's also a feeling of dragging someone else into the third party. I'm just getting this. Dragging someone else into the third party is not good. Or being the person who's holding on to another person who wants to go is also not good. So there's like a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of third party stuff being healed right now. And I feel like there's people who are like kind of still in that or whatever. There's a feeling of when am I gonna shake this? When am I going to choose myself? When am I gonna choose love? When am I gonna choose self? When am I gonna choose the healed thing? Okay. And so I also feel like the tradition, who was I talking about this yesterday, that the institution of marriage and retirement and all these other constructs that we have around this society may be undergoing massive change. And so I do feel like that is one of the purposes of Twin Flame. Um, I'm going to clarify that jealousy now. It's a 5 card. So there's somebody who's not happy that you're going to be happy. Okay. There's somebody who's not happy about that. All right, there's Gemini energy. So we're in the full moon energy here. 3 of Swords. Devil energy, there's Capricorn, and the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody is walking away from a toxic situation. They're manifesting what it is they truly want. So you could be doing that. You could be like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the ultimate alignment with true love. So whether you're thinking about a specific person as I'm talking about this or not, I feel like the manifestation in the new moon is bring me my true love. Not that person, just the energy of true love. Okay? I feel like that has been manifested by the Twin Flames. I think there is something that is, the Twin Flames are helping other people to overcome third-party stuff. Twin Flames are helping themselves to overcome that energy, to upend any kind of sneakiness or behind the back stuff or anything like that. Or there's a lot of Knight of Swords, 9 of Swords feeling around traditions right now. Anxiety, resistance, anger, frustration, because it's like not what I signed up for. It's not really what I want. It's not really what I want. Some of you are having that experience with straight up marriage. It's not really what I expected it to be. It's not really what I want. And this Aries energy, looking at this 9 of Cups, is like, okay, then what is it that I do want? Because you have 2 of the both wish granted cards here. And they're coming from healing and moving onto a new path. So what is it that you truly want? Forget about the person particular. Forget about a situation. Like, get out of the details of it. Get out of the weeds and pull right up and say, what is the feeling I want to have? I want to feel joy. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel satisfied. I want to feel energized. I want to feel love. I want to feel excitement. I want to feel joy. A lot of very 5th house stuff. So I might be speaking to folks who have Gemini in the 5th house in your birth chart. I might be speaking to those of you who have a lot of Gemini in your birth chart, Scorpio, wherever that is, that this is definitely about transforming the idea of what I'm asking for. So I'm going to change. I'm going to say, you know what makes me happy, the Sun card, is an internal connection with spirit. That's a baseline, right? Like, first, it doesn't mean you can't feel lonely or you can't feel sad every once in a while. You can't, but that's not your identity. All right. Those are feelings that are happening to show you what's good for you, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, triggers. Okay. That means healing. All right. It's like a whole new way of looking at this. The 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. Some of you could have spent a really long time in the energy of, I want something that could hurt other people, even though I know it could hurt other people. And I'm really going to change that up. I'm really going to shift. And you still have time in this energy of the new moon, barely. Like, maybe by tomorrow, it's not going to be that loud anymore, or Friday for sure. So it's really time to manifest the feeling that you most want. I feel like some of you are trying to manifest a twin or a specific person. I feel like you have to shift into the big picture. All right? Really shift into the big picture and manifest the true goal. Okay? Manifest the true goal. This is, let's see. Let me ask about this 9 of Swords, Hierophant, Knight of Swords. Anything about this situation? Moon. A lot of moon energy right now. Moon, Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, Four of Swords. That's quite literally about purging third-party energies, stuff that has been going on for a long time. It's like, no, you know what? I want something that's for me. I want something, and a lot of you might be triggered by that, and that's something that's being asked for you to heal if you're part of third parties. I really feel strongly that that is something that needs to be healed before the twins can come together. And so it's sort of like, what does that even look like? If your party is in another relationship, you're just focused on your own healing, you're focused on your own manifesting of happiness and joy. Let the universe work out the details. I feel like we get down into the details and then we're like, either it can't happen or we're too focused on other people's lives and stuff like that. So the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Chariot, Four of Cups. There's some forward movement and then stuck. Forward movement, then stuck. This is about manifesting and how it's going. I feel like there's a little forward movement and then stuck, forward movement and then stuck. It's possible that those manifesting even could have jealousy around, if it's in a third party, around that couple, could have that kind of jealousy, and that's bringing you into a low vibration. So let's continue on. I will pull cards for each zodiac sign. This is really about getting out of the weeds and looking at the big picture and looking at what it is you really want and sort of releasing the need for a particular person to show up. And I know you know, if you're connected to a twin, I get it, but like, just humor me. Okay. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.